Good morning, students. So, today we are going to discuss the answers of the test series of 4. Here we will have 4 questions and each question is of 3 marks. The first question was AC and AE are equal, AB and AD are equal, and angle BAD is equals to angle EAC. We have to show BC is equals to DE. So, to show BC is equals to DE, that means this line and this line are equal. We can see that these two lines are of triangle ABC and of triangle ADE. So, we need to prove congruency of these two parts of the triangle. So, first we have written given to prove and then we start our proof. In proof, you can see that given is angle BAD is equals to angle EAC. We know when something equal is added to a equal portion, the resultant is also equal. So, to BAD we have added DAC, that is this included angle. And to EAC we have added DAC. So, together we get angle BAC and angle DAC. In triangle BAC and this triangle, in this two triangle, we have AB and AD as equal, angles are equal that we have found out in 1, and AC is equals to AE. So we can say therefore the triangles are congruent by angle side angle congruency rule, and with it the sides DC, BC and DE are equal by CPCT. So we can say that the triangles are congruent with side angle side congruency rule, and the respective sides BC and DE are equal with the argument of congruent part of corresponding part of congruent triangle. Now in question number 4 we have PQ is parallel to ST, angle PQR is equals to 110 degree and angle RST is equals to 130 degree. We have to find angle QRS, that means this included angle. This included angle we need to find. So for it we are going to construct two lines, that is PQ is extended to Y and LM is parallel to PQ and parallel to ST. So here we can see that the angle TSX and SXY are co-interior angles and we know sum of co-interior is 180. So substituting the value of angle S and subjecting angle X, we get 180 minus 130 degree, that is 50 degree. Again, this angle QXR and SXY, they are vertically opposite angles. So we can say that QXR is 50 degree. Now PQY is a straight line. So angle PQR and RQX together is 180 degree by linear pair. So we can write that 110 degree plus RQX is equals to 180 degree. On subjecting RQX we get 70 degree. So this angle becomes 50, this angle Q angle becomes 70, and we have our triangle over here, that is the triangle RQX. In this triangle, the three angles, out of the three angles, two angles we know 70 and 50 degree. So by angle sum property we can find the third angle, that is angle QRX, angle QRX is equals to 180 minus 120, that is 60 degree. So our angle QRX is 60 degree. Next is a question number 3, that is ABCD is a quadrilateral and which PQRS are the midpoints. So here we got our midpoints of the quadrilateral of the sides AB, BC, CD and DA respectively. We have to show these three required to prove. So let us see the answer. So first, given for all the questions, first we need to write what is given, then to prove, and then we will start our proofing. So here first you can see S and R are the midpoints of the side AD and CD respectively. So using midpoint theorem we can write that SR is parallel to AC and SR is half of AC by midpoint theorem. So our first proofing is done. Now to prove the second part, we need another thing, that is P and Q are the midpoints given in the question, which are the midpoints of the side AB and BC respectively. Again using midpoint theorem we can write PQ is parallel to AC and half of AC. So from relation 1 and from relation 2, we can together write SR and PQ are parallel to each other as well as they are equal to each other. So our second part of the proofing is done. The third part was we have to prove PQRS is a parallelogram. By property, we know that when two sides of a parallelogram are two opposite sides of a parallelogram are equal and parallel, we can say the given quadrilateral is a parallelogram. Here also we can see SR and PQ are parallel as well as equal. So opposite sides are equal and parallel. Therefore PQRS is a parallelogram. And lastly we have a factorization of x cube minus 3x square minus 9x minus 5. Here x cube minus 3x square minus 9x minus 5, the factors of the last term 5 is plus minus 1 and plus minus 5. By trial we can see that for the value of x is equals to minus 1, we can get the whole polynomial as 0. So x plus 1 is a factor of px. So we can write the given polynomial as factor of x plus 1, and we can write it as x square into x plus 1 minus 4x into x plus 1 minus 5 into x plus 1. Here we can take x plus 1 as common, and in the bracket we can write x square minus 4x minus 5. So together this part, the second bracket, we can split it as 5x minus 5x plus x, as the sum is minus 4 and the product is minus 5. So two such numbers will be minus 5 and 1, where on addition we will get minus 4 and on multiplication we will get minus 5. So we can split the middle term as this way. Again, from the first two term of the second bracket we can take x as common, and from the last two term of the second bracket we can take 1 as common, and then we can write the given polynomial as x plus 1 into x minus 5 into x plus 1. So this is the factorized form of x cube minus 3x square minus 9x plus 5. Minus 5. So this is the full solution of the test series 4. I hope this tutorial is helpful for you. Thank you.